Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's actually happening. We've been hearing whispers behind the scene that Donald Trump is going to make a massive presidential endorsement right after the midterms. And it may come even before the midterms and setting up a MAGA dynasty. Democrats, on the other hand, are in a state of absolute and total collapse. Democrat presidential nominee for 2028. These are the probability markets showing messy, muddy, weird. Kamala Harris, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, John Ossoff. Huh? Great. Try and run that guy nationally. Gavin Newsom. It's been some strange name. Pete Buttigieg. Yeah. Okay. Meanwhile, JD Vance and Marco Rubio. An unstoppable ticket, says President Trump in multiple interviews. JD Vance talking about this in sort of a rare interview slip up here, saying that Donald Trump actually has lunches with Vance and Rubio in order to talk about, well, secession.
About that. And have you talked to the Secretary Rubio about it?
I've joked with the secretary about it. So the president first raised this with me probably 6 months or so ago,
right?
During just one of our private lunches that we try to get lunch every couple of weeks just to catch up on what's going on and talk about things. He mentioned it probably 6 months or so ago, and I mentioned to the secretary in jest, but it feels so premature because we're still so early.
Mm-hmm. Well, the midterms are in 3 months. After the midterms, Democrats will start announcing, they'll say, we're launching an exploratory committee. Like 15 of them are going to do that, like the day after the midterms. Trust me. So it's not early, right? And JD Vance, since this interview, has done really God's work, quite honestly. He walked onto the set of The View and immediately trolled all of them, sat down and said, this is a show for MAGA Republicans. The audience of The View also clapped for JD Vance.
I was surprised at how tall you were. He's very tall.
Well, if you only see somebody on TV, you just see their, in my case, giant head. So it hides how tall I am.
Yeah.
That's right.
We are the table of big heads here.
So this is a show of MAGA Republicans, right? That's what my media team told me. Okay.
And then Joy Behar, in subsequent interviews, says she was smitten with JD Vance. I mean, look at this look. Look at this. She actually look at that. She actually likes him. Look at that. Look at that. It said, Joy, when we were off air, she said he was fine. And Joy Behar sort of saying that potentially she could vote for JD Vance in subsequent interviews.
If this is where the Democratic Party is going, where this democratic socialist, this obsession with Israel, with the Jew hating, they don't believe in capitalism, no prisons. If this is where they're going, my vote is in play.
Okay.
And
I like to hear that.
It actually always has been. Every year, I don't make my decision by who was an R or a D. I actually always came to the conclusion that the Democrat was probably better.
Sure.
And voted for them.
Okay.
And Trump can't run again, and he'd be a little too exciting for me anyway. So it's either going to be you or Rubio.
Bill Maher would go on to say in that interview that he's sick of Democrats. They won't come on his show. They won't even do interviews with him. Republicans come out and take a beating on Bill Maher's show. And he really respects that. And he obviously walked away from JD Vance, that interview, very, very impressed. And it's scared a lot of people. JD Vance then went on Joe Rogan and did this massive media swing. And now it looks like Donald Trump has made his choice. Look at this. Washington Post exclusive. Trump is telling all donors to back Vance while publicly keeping 2028 open. Advisors say the remarks doesn't mean the president has settled on a preferred candidate. He just says that it's a contest between JD Vance and Marco Rubio. Let's read. President Donald Trump recently told donors in a private meeting that he wants to see Vance win the 2028 presidential election, a sign that he's open to publicly backing JD Vance. Even some advisors cautioned Trump has not yet firmly set on a successor. At the end of the day, we need JD, says Donald Trump during an Oval Office meeting with donors roughly 2 weeks ago, according to two people with knowledge of the comments who spoke on the condition of anonymity. The private remarks contrast with Trump's rhetoric over the past year, publicly egging a contest for his favorite between Vance and Marco Rubio, Secretary of State. He openly mused that the two would make a good ticket together, like this.
We got a lot of beauties out there, JD. I envy you and other people. I don't know Who's it going to be? Is it going to be JD? Is it going to be somebody else? I don't know. Does anybody have? Okay, let's go. You ready? Who likes JD Vance? Who likes Marco Rubio? All right. Sounds like a good ticket.
I've already seen Trump. I've seen Trump do this before, multiple events. Obviously, the institutional energy is with JD Vance. JD Vance has been roasting AOC from the pseudo campaign trail here. And why do you think AOC says she hopes you're the presidential nominee? Vance, I don't know. I don't think much about 2028. You know, my attitude is let's do a good job right now for the American people. We'll think about that when we've got an important midterm election, he says. AOC was asked about it.
In an interview that he thinks you are going to be the leading Democratic candidate for president in 2028. What's your response to that?
I mean, I hope he is. That's what I'll say.
But he's the Republican nominee?
Yeah.
They are.
She's so good at this. JD Vance says you're going to be the Democrat nominee, and she goes after like a 10-second pause, and then biting her lip. You know, she does love white men. You know what I mean? 2028, but it's shaping up to be JD Vance versus AOC, capitalism versus communism. What's it going to be, America? It's amazing. Kamala ain't going dark into the night, though. You know, she ain't going quietly into the sweet dark night. She's done enough, ladies and gentlemen. She's done enough work. She's done enough work, and she's gonna get paid. Kamala Harris saying, "I'm gonna run."
So the subtle as Reverend Al Sharpton could ever be. We love you for many things, but not being subtle. Listen, I might run for office. I might.
With their fake black accent. Please, I'm begging you. Donald Trump saying Marco and JD would be an unstoppable ticket. I mean, JD and Marco team would be very hard to beat compared to the low IQ people they have on the other side. That's fact check true. Donald Trump says donors do JD Vance. We need to elect JD. At the end of the day, we need to elect JD. Trump privately urges donors to back Vance for 2028 election. Let's go ahead and look here. On the what do the odds look like? We got Vance up here with a pretty dominant 39%. Rubio, though, at 38%. Pretty strong for Rubio, obviously. And then Democrats are just a nightmare here. Buttigieg at 19. They're all over the place, these odds. Newsom, 17. Ossoff, AOC, Harris, Bashir, Shapiro, Pritzker, Khan. Nobody even knows who these people are, right? Nobody knows who these people are. Marco Rubio, obviously, making strong moves as well.
You know, since OJ had isotones. To disarm Hezbollah and allow the people of Lebanon to reclaim its country. But it's complex. This has been going on since, since OJ had isotones.
Marco Rubio turning Senate answers into rap lyrics is choice. You can see here, JD Vance coming in strong. We'll see. It looks like we got the Trump nod, which, as far as I'm concerned, is going to be game over. What do you think? Let me know in the comment section. It's your boy Benny. Like, share, and subscribe. Are you Team Vance or Team Marco? Or something else? Let me know.